So Marc Broom, we're back here at Merchant Taylor's following, I think it's fair to say, a fairly successful opening match against Kent. Polished them off in about 2.5 hours. A proper statement performance, and what a way to start the season. How did it feel?
Yeah, it was. It wasn't the start we expected, but it's a start that we will take, obviously, any day of the week. We've spoken a lot this winter about being ruthless, and if we get the opportunity to get ahead of the game, staying ahead of the game. And there's no question that, the girls got ahead of the game in the power play with the ball, and Katie and Gaia were phenomenal at very simple processes that we're after, but if executed properly, very, very effective. And just hitting their lines, hitting their lengths consistently, bowling as a pair. So whatever batter's on strike and whoever's bowling, there's a constant threat. And it created moments of pressure that we managed to win this time round. I was pleased with the energy in the field. There's going to be energy in the field when you're taking loads of wickets, but there was a quiet period towards the end of the innings, but they maintained their focus. There isn't a great deal more that we could have asked for from a bowling perspective. With the bat, I thought Izzy was very sensible, very calm, and just went about her business the way she does, and saw us through what could have been a tricky run chase. You would never say that 66 is a tough score to get, but if you're 5 down in the first 6-7 overs, all of a sudden every run feels like a double. I was really impressed with the way they went out and executed their skills and their plans and managed to come off with a fantastic win.
Yeah, fantastic. And you touched on it a bit there, but given the nature of the game, the batters didn't necessarily have the time to show what they're capable of. Can you just give a word on that performance and what more they have to give?
Yeah, it's like I said, chasing 666. I think the key was that we didn't go into our shell, and we went out as if we were chasing 250. That was the idea. So we're still looking to be positive from the start. We're still looking to get ahead of the power play. We're still looking to rotate strike. It just means you don't see as many batters through that innings, but their time will come. That's cricket, I'm afraid. There's times where you won't get to perform your skills, but there's times when you're going to be called on a lot to perform your skills. So that's where I was pleased with the way that Izzy went about her innings, but also pleased with the way that Finty came in and looked to be positive from the start, and then Saskia came in and kind of just took the game away in a couple of overs, just finished off pretty quickly. So I would hope that they now go out to the next game against Glamorgan and look to bat the same way, but continue that over a longer period.
And on Glamorgan, you're on the road this weekend, first competitive match away. What kind of test do you think they'll give you?
Well, there'll be another strong Tier 2 competitive side. They're going to have, again, decent coaching setup, proper cricketers. They're coming off a win, so they're going to be full of confidence, want to go out and prove what Glamorgan cricket is all about. And they're playing at home. So, it'll be good for the girls to have to travel, have to stay overnight, have to deal with waking up possibly a little bit tired, having to go to a new ground on a coach and so forth. All the things maybe that they haven't experienced before, but are part of playing professional cricket, having to travel. But it's going to be another tough challenge. It's going to be another tough challenge, and it's what we want. We want tough challenges from every single week, and that's what this cricket's going to provide.
And finally, just on how important a win like this is for galvanising the team and keeping momentum going forwards.
Do you know what? They're actually quite a tight unit already. I think rather than galvanising the team, I think what it's done is it's highlight how the processes that we've been working on can be effective at the highest form of the game that they're going to play at this moment in time. And a lot of that is probably good for their reassurance that, do you know what, the messages that we've been given, the skills we've been looking to execute, they do work. They won't work as effectively as that. I think we're aware of that. These games are a one-off. But the processes we went through and the times we look to execute different skills definitely seem to be effective if done properly. So I think there's loads we can take. There's still bits to work on. Even in a short game like that, we still identified areas that we could be that 1%, 2%, 3% better, which is great. and we look to go hard against Glamorgan and give them as tough a challenge as possible.
Amazing. Well, congratulations and good luck for this weekend.
Nice one. Thank you very much.